a small size. I'm small, and I also got some cute hair accessories from my local drugstore. So I'm just going to show you guys now. I hope you can sit back and enjoy this video, and because I am filming in the afternoon right now, and I do live in a student dorm, so you might hear some noises in the background. I apologize for the noises in advance. So now let's get into it. So the first thing I got in the Italian Sephora is this one. This is this Brazilian Bum Bum Cream set, and yeah, so I saw this set in the Italian Sephora, as I said, for 23 euros. I think it's generally quite expensive, this cream, and also the products that's from this brand, but they are so hyped that I think, so I've smelled them before, and I think they're quite nice. So I was like, you know what, let me just buy it. And I also think 23 euros for a 50 milligram body cream, 30 milligram spray, and 90 milligram shower gel is not too bad. Like, yeah, considering that I do need a small perfume spray like this for my work bag, so it's quite convenient because the packaging is very light as well. Whereas after using this actively on my body, I feel like it's too sweet for me, for my taste. I know 99% of people on YouTube love this, and people always describe, like, if you want to smell nice, that's what you should put on your body. But for me, I prefer, you know, the green tea body cream body butter from Elizabeth Arden. That's one of my favorite body cream, I think. But anyways, obviously I'm still going to use up all of the products. So yeah, this is a pretty good find from Milan. So the next thing is, oh, by the way, I'm just picking up stuff on my desk, so it's in no particular order. So I got two Detective Conan books from a bookstore in Milan, and it's a bit of a shame that on my last day my water bottle kind of got leaked, so it's it got a little bit of water damage on it, but I got them in Italian, and I really looking forward to reading them in Italian, because when I was there, it was such a nice trip. I was in, I think, 2 different art galleries. I was also in a museum, and I just feel like Italy in general is just like in the air. There is culture, there is art. It's so nice. I love the language. So when I was in my 11th grade in German high schools, so we do something called Studienfahrt, or at least in Bavaria we do something called Studienfahrt. So usually it's travel to a place in Europe, because you kind of got to have everybody on board from your class where you go to, so you have to go to some place that everybody can afford, and obviously if you go to another continent, it usually means it's much more expensive. So my class went to Florence, and although when I was in high school I wasn't particularly close with my classmates back then, but still the trip was so cool. Like, after that time I was always like, okay, I want to go to Italy, and my dream is, like, when I start to work and have enough money, I'm just going to go to Italy for long periods of time. And if, you know, I'm really done with working and have enough money, I'm just going to give myself like 2-3 months Christmas holidays there. Okay, now let's not get distracted. Okay, so the next stuff I got from in Italy is a Rare Beauty blush, I think in the color Love. So obviously this is from Miss Selena Gomez, and she designed her products, so like even if you're chronically ill, it's quite easy to open it up. And I know this because I watched Matt's ASMR's videos, so yeah. And I do have to say it's really easy to open up, and it is kind of expensive. It's like 27 euros for this small bottle, so it's like more expensive than the whole bubble cream thing, right? So, but you really need only a tiniest bit of this product, so I think it will probably last forever. And the color is quite pretty. Like, I'm not wearing any makeup besides the lipstick, which by the way is this one. Is this it is Beth Arden Breathless, which is kind of pretty. So I'm not doing any wearing any makeup, but when I do nowadays, I go to that blush a lot. Okay, so that's actually the only things I got from Italy, because I was flying with a very cheap airline, so you can have to book your extra luggage if you want to, and I was only there for 3 days, so I only had a handbag with me. Yeah, but it's also no big deal, because like I said, I live in a very small space and I'm going to move in 2 months, so I'm trying to keep, you know, my possessions minimal, and I'm trying to sort things out, or giving things away as much as I can. So okay, now let's move on to the Amazon order I got, and it's only 5 things, but I'm kind of very excited about the stuff I got. So the first thing I got is this Working Hands hand cream. I believe I have seen ASMR artists using this, and people say it's pretty good for dry hands, and because I do work in healthcare, so we do have to disinfect our hands very frequently, and so like a good hand cream is just a necessity. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to use this. Like in general, hand creams and body creams are like things I do enjoy to buy and try out a lot. So yeah, I will let you guys how I like this. Okay, so then I ordered the bio organic peanut butter again, because I do use this in a lot of Chinese dishes, which I have to say, growing up, it's not something like my mom would cook a lot with. We do have like snacks. It's actually just called peanut butter noodles that's used in this, which like it suggests it's usually supposed to be considered as a snack, so you don't eat it very often, because peanut butter obviously is very high on calories. So yeah, but because I'm a one-person household, so I do tend to once I open the bottle, eat a lot of the peanut butter, just because I don't want it to go bad either. So yeah, this is kind of a dilemma of living by myself. But anyways, I do have to remove or open the package. But the most exciting thing I got is actually a bag, like, oh, the shoes apparently. So it will look like this. You can put some shoes inside, and there are those things that let air out. So it's always a dilemma kind of for me that sometimes if I go to a hotel I do not bring handkerchiefs or just small towels to wash my faces or my bodies, but if I'm visiting some friends then I do take my own towels, and on the last day they are usually still wet, right? So a bag that's designed like this is very smart. And then it also got a space where you can charge. You can charge your appliances here, which is so nice. So I guess you can keep your things inside and charge with it. And yeah, like the bag was discounted for 30%, and it's pretty heavy to hold it, but it also comes with a small toiletry bag. I'm super happy, so it was discounted to 33 euros, which is top. I love it. Yeah, I guess now when I travel I don't need to use my backpack bag, and I can just use this new bag now, so yeah. Okay. So let's see if I have some more stuff. I think I still have 2 more things to show you guys. So one is just the Maybelline concealer that I've repurchased over and over again because they just never failed me, and I got it in the color number 3. I think it's in the color light. It's not saying it here, but I've got all different colors from this already. I think for winter when I'm getting a little bit lighter, it's going to fit me very well. And the last thing I got is actually a mouse, because like my old one was not really functioning properly, so I just need to use the how do you say it, the control pad on the laptop, which I'm okay with. But then I was just randomly on the Amazon app, which you shouldn't do, because before going to the app I was like, I don't need anything, and then when I went on the app I got all this stuff, which I'm happy to get, but still, like, I spent like 60 something euros before I looked into it. I wasn't about to spend any money, so yeah, I just get it open and it looks like this. It's in black, and I've never got one of those. It looks great, right? And yeah, anyways, the one I was using was like at least 10 years old, and even that one I got as a gift from one of my friends. I can show you actually. It's this one from Logitech. It's from a friend. When he moved out of Germany, he left his old ones to me, so yeah. So the next 2 things I'm going to show you are some random pics. I went to the drugstore for a soap, and yeah, I came out with this hair accessories, which I think they look quite pretty, but considering those gemstones usually just get off very easily, and it's usually a little bit awkward that when that happens. But for €2.79